Welcome to my presentation. My name is Brianna Bullock and I am a fourth year student at Melbourne Polytechnic, Preston. In this presentation, I will provide a rationale around why I think art should be incorporated in classes on a daily basis. Art has been a part of civilization since time began. Art was produced to communicate and understand emotions. Although now in the 21st century, it is common that art is only taught to children as a specialist subject in Australian primary and high schools curriculum. Therefore, it is not seen as a necessity for daily interactions. There is much debate around whether it is necessary to have art incorporated into children's lessons on a daily basis. Art comes in many shapes and sizes. Art can be known as drama, dance, music, visual arts, visual communication, and media arts. Each piece of artwork that is created by an individual serves a purpose and has meaning. The purpose of art is to tell a story. The story or message could be personal, political, or a social matter. Artists create works of art to make us feel emotion, tell a story, make a point, or awaken our senses. Through my research, I have noticed two main ideas about the engagement of arts in children. The first one being art being a discipline that is to be engaged in as a hobby or a once a week in a specialist class. As you may know, education systems in Australia do have a major focus on literacy and numeracy learning through oracy in written form. The other idea in art is that it's evident in our everyday lives, and it is a way of communicating our feelings and thoughts and our ideas. This idea about art believes that children can learn literacy and numeracy through the use of engaging the arts and disciplines. By using art, engaging children with the different modes of art can allow them to be creative and express themselves in ways other than oracy and written language. Not only does art allow for children to express themselves, it accommodates for all different learning styles and needs. The idea of different learning style relates to Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Howard believes that children learn differently from one another. He also believes that there are children that are good at some things and not so great at others. However, Howard has identified 7 intelligences that relate to individuals' talents and abilities. These 7 intelligences are linguistic, logic-mathematical, spatial, bodily kinetic, interpersonal, and musical intelligence. Linguistic and logical mathematical intelligence is what is catered for in most Australian schools on a daily basis. These 2 intelligences are related to people who can relate to spoken and written word and ability to succeed in mathematical understanding. This can be linked to numeracy and literacy that is taught in mainstream schools. This is beneficial for children that learn best this way, but it is very inclusive to the children that learn best through the 5 other intelligences that Gardner identifies. A possible solution to being inclusive to all children and the way they learn is by incorporating creative arts into daily routines of the classroom. This will allow children who have the talent and abilities that relate to musical intelligence, bodily kinetic intelligence, and spatial intelligence have a better engagement within the classroom. Research suggests that art incorporation within classrooms can enhance children's motivation, confidence, problem-solving skills, concentration, and teamwork, just to name a few. Incorporating arts into daily activities can still meet the outcomes required for literacy and numeracy in the Australian curriculum in more engaging way that accommodates for all children's learning styles. This will allow children the opportunity to be creative and experience new ways of learning. I would like to conclude my presentation by saying that arts within a classroom is very beneficial to all children. It's inclusive to all learning styles. It is also helpful for children that may not have English as their first language and need another way of communicating. I'd also like to say that kindergarten programs around Australia are play-based, and so when children go to school, it can be very daunting for them because it's such a change. And if you incorporate arts into your classroom, it can still be fun and engaging for children. Also, I spoke to my 2 brothers, Kyle and Blake. They're about age 7 and 8, and they told me that at kinder they used to be able to paint and draw whenever they liked, but now they are only restricted to painting in an art class, for example. They told me it would be much more funner if they were able to do it during the class. Thanks for listening to my presentation. I hope you have an understanding of my belief about why art should be incorporated into the classroom.